Nigerian Navy officer Victor Owonam allegedly led 9 military personnel to the residence of a widow, Mrs. Esther Bassi, and her family in Cross River State, brutalizing and dehumanizing them. The military personnel also urinated on the widow and the family after beating them for several hours. My goodness. Sahara reporters learned that the incident occurred on Sunday in the afternoon when Owonam, a seaman, and a sister, also a Navy officer, stormed the widow's residence and dragged her and her 4 children out of the apartment. In a petition, the country director of a civil society Citizens Solution Network, Richard Inoyo, stated that the Cross River State Governor, Professor Ben Ayade, and the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibo Ekets Ibas, should investigate the assault and bring the erring officers to justice. But there was nothing stated in the petition as the reason why the Navy personnel carried out the alleged assault on the family. Narrating the incident further, Inoyo said, on December 27th, a naval officer, Victor Owonam, led his sister, also a naval woman, and 8 military personnel to the residence of Mrs. Esther Bassi, an aged widow with 3 daughters and a son. They gave this helpless family the harshest and most violent humiliation of their lives after cowardly beating and torturing the aged widow and her kids for hours. At 10 p.m. the same day, unsatisfied with the first robust beating given to the family, the woman and her children, Owonam returned with his military colleagues to the apartment, pulled down the burglary of her house, dragged her and her kids out. Before they could get dressed, the military men clamped them into a vehicle belonging to Operation Akpaku, a new security outfit in Cross River State, and took them to Bogobiri and began to beat this family again. They humiliated them and urinated on them after several beatings, continued till about 3 a.m. the next day in the dead of night before they were asked to leave in excruciating pains and humiliation. One wonders if we are in the 21st century or some barbaric 4th century where humans were treated like animals. Today, in solidarity with Mrs. Bassi, her kids, we and 39 other civil organizations are demanding justice for the family and calling on the Chief of Naval Staff to recall, arrest and try Owonam, his sister and the 8 other military personnel who cowardly inflicted such high-level form of torture on the aged widow and her 3 daughters and son. The group also called on the governor to stand up and ensure this case doesn't get swept under the rug. We equally call on the highest echelon of Nigeria Navy to ensure due compensation and apology is handed to the family of Mrs. Esther Bassi besides the dismissal of all the indicted officers. A country where men in naval uniforms will abuse their privileges and mercilessly beat a defenseless widow sends a dangerous and disgraceful message to both the Nigerian Navy and international community. Hence, the need to offer justice to these victims victims of naval brutality, so as to serve as deterrents to other airy uniform men. Inuyo added. No matter what, irrespective of anything, if somebody has done you wrong, their processes, their ways to go about it. So I don't understand. I don't really understand, because no matter what they must have done to you, what you have done now, irrespective of what they have done, what you have done now, is what people will be talking about. What they have done is not going to be, no matter what, irrespective of anything. Your case now, what you have done last now, is what is going to be going viral. Because if the person had offended you, that that could make you get angry to that extent, you'd have taken that thing, to police. That would have been the best thing. Anything happens, anything goes in this country, and that's why they are always having that mindset that, of course, nothing will happen. I will deal with you. Nothing will happen. I will do this. Even a police that you never even met will tell you, I will deal with you, I will beat you, I will kill you, and nothing, nobody will ask you. That is what they do. They cannot overcome the Boko Haram, but they can vent their anger on civilians. It will get to a time that the masses will reject and rebel at their atrocities. And that is the reason, like somebody is saying now, you know, a guy that killed his mother in Kaduna, a young guy that did that. You know, a lot of things do happen when you think you have an opportunity or you have privilege and you want to vent that opportunity or to misuse or to use that opportunity you have and abuse others. It is unfair. What they have in Nigeria are not soldiers. They are terrorists in army uniform. Nothing gives them joy than humiliating. Hey, torturing and killing unarmed citizens is so sad. So it gives them joy. Except their identities were not verified. Otherwise, none will go unpunished. This is democracy. You can't do whatever you like in uniform and get away with it. How sure of the veracity of this message? Even the okay. God is not asleep. Whatsoever a man soweth shall he reap. Most of them don't live to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Why some die and their God will sleep with their wives and their children will end up being vagabonds. So the ball they are throwing to the wall must return or surely bounce back on them. The borders with our neighbors is porous. Aliens, bandits with arms of mass destruction are coming in. This is where the soldiers ought to be. Their mandate is to protect our territorial integrity. They leave their job to come and be harassing people they are supposed to be protecting. These soldiers should be trained to understand that their main work is to protect the citizens and not violate them. They should carry their vexation to Sambisa Forest. I think soldiers from a region should be considered first in drafting the military in the region. What we see in Nigeria is a pathetic situation where military also abandon professionalism for hate and regional sentiments. I think the military action under the same circumstances are more brutal in some regions, while it's very mild in others. This is clearly why the North never believe SARS did anything wrong. Okay, SARS did anything wrong, but they don't know what the Southerners had passed through with them. Sorry to the family. It's a pity that Nigeria can't be any better than this, even till tomorrow. Nigeria military as a whole enjoys rubbing failure all over their body like Vaseline. The Nigerian army has lost their respect ever since they opened fire on innocent protesters, which resulted to breakdown of law and order. How can they be loyal to defend only the politicians while other citizens needed their protection? Is that patriotism or foolishness? That's the Ajuju. A big question be that too. So guys, let us hear your opinion and let's know your thoughts on this.